phone call, so let me get you up into my clip here. My husband's going to read your comments so I can reply. Frank, can you see me? Hello? Gosh almighty. My husband. He's wonderful. So anyway, remember earlier I made that sauce. Look how nice and thick. Meant to tell you add a little salt and pepper, and I use a pinch of sugar. Look at all that garlic and all that yum. Okay, so I've got 3 cups of flour right here. I was going to have Frankie help me, but he doesn't feel like helping me. It's okay. Let me wash my hands real quick. Thank you for all the beautiful replies that I'm getting. It's beautiful. Okay, so you can take your potatoes. I'm going to do 3 for right now. This is a ricer. Hang on, I got to move my camera closer. Hang on, I got to move my camera closer. Is that better?
You're showing us, see?
Okay, can everybody see me?
Yeah, but see, it's
Can everybody see me? Hi, Claire. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, everyone. Frank wants me to turn the camera, so it doesn't do that. It locks. Orientation, not rotate device back. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. All right, guys, is that better?
Uh-huh.
Menagemometer. Okay, you're gonna have to hold this camera this way so they can see. It doesn't go that far. Okay, I got it. Whew. Okay, this is a ricer. They're pretty cheap. Put your potato in there. If you want to cut it in half, you can. I don't. Takes a little energy to squeeze it out, but. Okay. Frank, can you hit mute on that or something? Just take your skin and put it to the side. Believe it or not, 3 potatoes will do a really nice job. If you feel like you can't squeeze it down enough, use the countertop. So I've got 3 cups of flour and 3 potatoes so far. You can add a pinch of salt to it too. Sometimes when you feel like you don't have an egg, or you got started and you don't have an egg, you could still make it. Add a little flour at a time because you don't want it to be dry. There's nothing worse than a dry gnocchi. So a lot of people pronounce it gnocchi, but it's gnocchi without the G, the G silent. Mash it all down. I've got water ready, and I've got salt in it and a little olive oil so nothing sticks. So I probably used, what, 1.5 cups of flour. You don't have to use a lot of flour. Just enough to make it workable. You want to knead it until it becomes a little tacky, just a little bit.
I want to know the name of that machine where you smash potatoes with again.
The what?
What you smash potatoes with?
It's called a ricer. Clear your board off. Take a piece. Add a little flour to your hands. If it breaks, it's fine too. You'll pick it up and use it. I find it so much easier to roll it like this. I have a small counter to work with, so I apologize. I was gonna do it outside today, but I figured the flies would probably bother me. So you want it about the size of your pinky. See the width of your pinky?
Down more.
What, honey? Okay, that's about as good as I'm gonna get it. Okay, so I'm gonna cut them 1 finger length. So you want it that wide, and you want to cut it that finger length right here. Push these to the side. Take a little flour. You take your 2 fingers. Let me wash my hands off. So you want them tiny like this. Can everybody see them? Okay. Hold on, guys. Is that better? There you go. I'll be flinging them here in a minute.
Up that way. Just a bit towards there. Yeah.
Just stay here with me. So anyway, put your 2 fingers in here. Take one, glide it back, and flip it. 2 fingers, flour, glide it back, and flip it.
Your live stopped. Live stopped.
Did it?
I'm gonna go. Oh,
All right, so anyway, you take 2 fingers
stop.
and just gently pull it back. Place it, pull it back, and fling it. Can everybody still hear me? Give me a yes. Carolyn, can you still hear me? Okay.
So, yeah, the first one ended, I guess.
So anyway, I've got a little bit here. You got to make a lot because, believe me, they're very filling, but you want to make sure you have at least 25 per plate. For kids, it's different. And again, what I said, you don't want to add a lot of flour because then the
I'm just showing you what you see.
oh, thanks, honey. My husband was showing me the camera. So just glide them back. See how it leaves a little loop? See? And I also have a machine that does this, but it's better. If you go to my links, you'll see the machines that I have. I made Carolyn post them up for me. But they're better with pasta instead of a potato. You can make this out of ricotta also. So don't worry about your counter. So my father and I would do double deuces over here with 2 fingers, 2 hands, see? All right, so anyway, Frank, I need you. Aw, you gonna have a nice meal, babe? You have such a great wife. You're such a good man. You could roll them out like that too, girls. So I'm gonna come up, take another chunk. I'm gonna set that aside. These I'm gonna leave here. I could toss them onto another plate if I wanted to. Do little pieces, it makes it easier. You can cover that with a clean towel if you're gonna take too long doing it. Wait for my water to boil. So on gnocchis, like ravioli, you have to let them float for about a minute or 2. Take one out and test it. I used to feed this for my family many, many, many times too. If you didn't have any food to eat, it's a beautiful meal and it's really cheap. Any questions for me, babe?
So much going on for him. Sure.
Thank you for the love. I know I need a restaurant, don't I? Honestly, I think I'd be too wore out to do this every single day, you know? Because, you know, you're not just making one serving, you'd be making a lot of food. So I'm going to pop these in the water to show you. You want to gently lift them up because you don't want to, and you could freeze them too. I freeze these on a big, huge cookie sheet. I put a little flour down and then I sprinkle them and don't let them touch each other. And then I put them in the freezer. Let me pop these in there and then I'll bring you over. Onyx, go lay down. Okay, you want to give it a gentle spin on that water. Okay, so I'm trying, guys. My guys are driving me wacko over here. So a little salt in here and a little olive oil. And gently spin it. You want to spin the side. So let it Let it boil. Thank you everyone for the gifts. Thank you, Trixie. Thank you, everyone.
Can you back it out a little bit?
All right, guys, you got to stop talking to me. My men are talking to me. So, do you see it starting to float already? See it starting to float already? You have to let it sit for a minute or two. And then I'll scoop them out. And then we'll have, somebody's going to eat before anybody else. But if you want to eat all together, like I said, you can cook them when you can. Thank you, Brooks. Okay, so do little pieces at a time. It makes life so much easier. If you have a bigger counter, then, you know, and your family can help, that's beautiful when you get your family to help. I figured if I went outside, I'd probably have flies galore. And that's gross. Do you see them all floating? Okay. Get my spoon. You see? How nice? Be real gentle with it. I know they're not done yet. So when they start floating, you definitely want to leave them sit for a minute or two in the water.
I barely see it.
Okay, so I'm going to roll some more.
Oh, okay.
So if your counter's too small, cut your snakes a little, you know, in half so you can do that. So you can take a fork. I'll show you that in a second. Thank you, Lucy. So you can take a fork and you can glide it down and you leave the imprint of a gnocchi. Like that. See? Can you guys see that? See the gnocchi? But I'm kind of stuck in my old ways with my pop. To me, this is so much easier and faster. 2 fingers, flour, and then roll it. Gently touch it, roll it back, and fling it. It's a lot of fun when you do this for the holiday with your family. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. And you get to enjoy a beautiful meal. They're very filling. I'm going to take these out of the water right now. Can you give me a big pasta bowl up there, please? And slide your guys back over this way. Thank you. Now you can saute a little bit of butter and sprinkle some cinnamon on top, or make it with your spaghetti sauce, like I am. Isn't that beautiful? I'll come over here and I'll scoop some sauce. Can you see it, Frank?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Hang on. Thank you, Brooks. All right, watch out, Frank, please. Thank you, Lisa. So I've got some grated Parmigiano in here. Big flakes and little flakes. You see the big flakes? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. What a beautiful meal. Bon appetit. What do you think, guys? Good? We'll get Frank to taste it now. Here, Frank.
Yeah, they're coming there.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
Is that mine or his?
It's yours. You want to try it? Go ahead, Frankie.
I want to try it.
Aw.
Plate amazing. Here are your comments.
I can't read the comments and cook,
You're
sweetie.
supposed to read them out.
You're
for
supposed
her,
to read
right?
them out for me.
No.
Carolyn, I need you. Thank you, everyone.
Bang
This- Oh, thanks, Frankie. So
It's cool, I
anyway,
get to watch it and eat it.
good smell-o-vision, right? So I don't have enough for a plate, so I'm going to set these aside. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to go in for one more.
So you cook them all together.
Yeah. And you could freeze them. I do. Again, put a little flour on your baking sheet and put them on there gently.
Sounds
My
like
daughter
really
Shannon
smell.
and Frankie would always sit with me in the kitchen and help me make these growing up and putting them on the cookie sheet.
I was supposed to help you with these, but you just took the reins.
I know. You're going to help me make homemade pierogies this week,
Super
Frankie.
chef. You don't have
What
super
about
chef.
raviolis?
Yeah, I can. I think I'm going to do some pierogies this week, and remember the thickness of your finger.
Kind of warm.
Well,
Dip your fingers in flour. Gently put your fingers on it, roll it back.
how'd you know I was hungry, Mom?
Aww. Gently put your fingers on it. If you feel a little tacky, put your fingers in the flour. Again, watch the flour. I started off with 3 cups, and I used 3 potatoes. I used about a cup and a half of flour, if that. So do a cup at a time. You don't want it too doughy, because then you take away from the flavor. I'm going to do one more snake, and then I'll feed my husband. And just so y'all know, I have a bunch of potatoes behind me. If you want to make this and you put your, if you boil your potatoes, keep the skin on it. Where is it? Keep the skin on it and just put it in the refrigerator. And you can make it tomorrow. Doesn't have to be a warm potato to make gnocchi.
Wait till later.
Oh, you just got done eating? My husband said he's full already because he had a sandwich.
When you do this plate, I'm gonna take a picture.
Good, Frankie?
Yeah.
Thank you, babe.
My picture's already half eaten.
Do 2 at a time. It's really simple. Just your 2 fingers on each side. Gently grab, pull back, and roll it.
That takes practice.
Thanks, babe. How many times did I fire you in the kitchen, babe?
That's why I don't make them.
All right, so I have enough for another meal, for another person. And again, you could do this all at once. This way you all eat together. But you can't cook a whole lot in the same pot because they'll get stuck. Thank you, Lisa. So I'm going to give that a spin. Just gently spin it. So there's olive oil in here and a little bit of water.
How to microwave anything?
Huh? How do I microwave? What?
David says how to microwave anything.
If I want to heat this up tomorrow, I just put it in the microwave with the microwave dish on it.
No.
Because
He said he's gonna start a cooking channel on how to microwave it.
because you can spaghetti sauce in it microwave will splatter, so put a lid on it. If I had a bigger counter, it'd be easier. That's why my boy and my husband made that outside for me. Let's give that a spin. See, they're in the pot. See that sauce? You want that. You see that juice in the back? You want that zoogie from the meat. You see how nice and thick that is? Isn't that wonderful? So remember, I made those little tiny meatballs. And I made the little sausage, remember? Okay. Let's see if I can turn this a little bit better without dropping my phone. Okay. Flour. 2 fingers. Gently touch, roll. If you press too hard, you're going to ruin it. You want that curve in it. Frank, can you get me another plate because you love me?
Everybody says how you feel, like how you said.
Call me babe.
Aw. Thanks, Crime Villa. 40 years we've been together. 40 years, Frank and I. So Frank is Frank. Frankie is Frankie. And Shanann is named after my mom, my sister, and myself. And that came up with Shan. And then my brother Rocky came back from overseas. He was in the service. And he had met Shanann. And I wanted him to be in my daughter's name. So that's where I came up with Shanann. And yes, it's spelled Shanann. Okay, these are done. How do I know? Because I've been cooking them a long time. This is a really cheap meal. You could do these in with a heavy whipping cream. I mean, not Frank, I can't hear myself. Thank you. Soul and me. Anyway, you can make it with Alfredo. You can make it with sauce. You could just put butter in it with cinnamon, like I said.
London just said hello.
You ready, Dad?
Huh?
You ready?
Hi, everyone.
No.
Let me get some cheese.
London, Ireland, Sweden.
Germany.
You could serve this with nice Italian bread that I actually have in the freezer, but the reason I didn't, these are so filling, it's crazy. You'll be full till like 9 o'clock tonight.
And you're making French toast.
Move the plate over towards this stuff. To the cheese.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Frankie's taking pictures.
See?
Oh.
All right, can everybody see this? Frank's telling me I can't see it. Can you see it now, Frank? I don't know where. There you go. God almighty, get used to this camera. Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's.
Can everybody see that?
No.
You can't see that bowl.
Yeah, now they can.
Soul of me. Oh my God. Carolyn, I need you. Frank's stressing me the heck out.
That's what happens after 40 years.
Oh my God. Anyway,
Someone wants
jeez.
to know if we can help make tiramisu.
I will. I bought some stuff to make the cannolis, and I'll be making the cannolis this
Mama
week
needs a
also.
tripod, huh? Mama needs.
I know. I'll go this week and get a tripod. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of really don't leave the house at all, to be honest. I only go to the food store and back.
I can help Jimmy get some projects done.
Jimmy, you got to make these, Jimmy. gently lift them. Otherwise you crush them. Put a little spin on the water. Okay, I'm on my last one, guys. So I'll make
You get it off of Amazon.
I'll make more later.
Amazon box stores.
And I'm gonna freeze them like I told you. So I put a little flour on my baking sheet, just a sprinkle of it. I make them, I gently pick them up and put them on. And then I freeze them till they're hard, and then you could put them in a Ziploc freezer bag, and they will hold for about 3 months. How nice is that, right? Do not let them thaw. You take them right out of the freezer and you put them right in the boiling water. Don't let them thaw, because then you'll have a mess. They'll all stick together. Thank you, snow remover. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. I hope I taught you a good recipe. Like I said, it's really cheap. If you hear a little dog huffing and puffing over here, her name is Sadie. She's 17-year-old Chihuahua. It's my daughter's first dog that I kind of like kidnapped from her because I wanted her. And
Oh, well, that one's in some kind of prison.
okay, so
And the butter says she's tried to stuff cabbage. It's delicious.
oh, thank you. Yeah, that stuffed cabbage recipe I got from a little bit from my mother, you know, her making it. And then my husband's grandmother was completely Polish. She was such an amazing lady. Her name was Nellie. She was a sweet, sweet lady. We called her Gigi for short. It is messy, so flour gets really messy on here, and you don't want it all in your rags and your sponges, so wipe as much as you can into a paper towel and then throw it in a garbage can. Otherwise, you're going to have a mess in your sink and you're going to clog it all up. Can you give me another bowl, please? Thank you, Tara. I've been Frank to work over here. I've got a little Italian dish. I kept it for many years. I want to get more from Italy. Frank said it says, he always, 40 years, if it doesn't say Italy, it's not good enough for you, babe. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Made in Vietnam, just stamp Italy on it, should buy it.
I still have grapes in my kitchen, too. You know, like those fake grapes. Okay. Can you see my bowl, Frank?
Huh? Yeah, a little bit bigger, yeah.
That's my plate. Have a little meatball. Get some Parmigiano. Big chips of cheese. Isn't that wonderful? Bon appetit,
I
everyone.
use paper plates, David says.
No, Frank tried to use paper plates when I'm making a good meal, and I won't do that. Not on a good meal. So this is what I'm going to make for now. I hope you enjoy the food, and remember. Thank you, Jody. Remember that. Let's rewind. We made the sauce earlier. You want to cook it for 4 to 5 hours. I think we've cooked it for 5 hours. I'm not sure, but anyway, you don't have to use a paste, because the longer you cook it, it gets thick anyway. You want the juice from the meat. You don't have to add all the juice from the meat, but you do want some of that, because that's where your flavors are. And that's my little sausage meatball that I made. Remember, I popped it right out. And one day I'll do the homemade sausage and stuff that I make. And I've made homemade ricotta before, and honest to God, I think it was 2 gallons of milk I used, and I wound up with maybe I don't know, maybe 32 ounces of cottage cheese. It wasn't even worth it. It was fun making it, but it really wasn't worth 2 gallons of milk, to be honest with you. But anyway, use these. They're really handy. I'm going to use that for my next pile of potatoes that I'm going to make, and I'm going to freeze them, and I'll post the picture up. Use this to get all your excess dough off and keep your board clean. It goes right in the trash. So this is how many potatoes I made, plus the ones I just used. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me, and I'm going to be freezing them. So I have them in the freezer. So remember what I said. Thank you, Finn. Remember what I said. When you freeze these, gosh, wish I could show you. Once you freeze these, make sure they're frozen first on your cookie sheet, and make sure that you put the whole tray in the freezer. That's what I do. And then pop them all off. You have to like scrape them with your fingers and pop them all off, and put them in a Ziploc bag. Take the air out. Roll the bag, and then freeze it. It will stay for 3 months without getting freezer burn, which is really nice. And you have it anytime you want. So when you take it out of the freezer, just bang on the bag a little bit with your fist, and it will break them up, and then just put them right in the pot all at one time. And make sure it's boiling water. If it's not boiling water, it's not going to cook right. So please make sure all your water is boiled, to the boiling point, what I meant. A little salt, a little olive oil. There you go. So I could put a little butter on that and cinnamon. Let me do that. Give me another bowl, please. Frank's trying to text.
Yeah, well, I'm asking questions.
So I could put a little butter on that and cinnamon. Let me show you. Thank you, Kim. Where's my butter? Here it is. So I leave butter out. I don't know if anybody else does, but I leave my butter out to get room temperature, and I keep it in a container. Makes life easier. Add a little bit of butter. I know that's probably a lot, but that is a lot of butter. It's all right. It probably won't all melt anyway. Just to give you an idea, so you know. And a little cinnamon. Just a little cinnamon. There you go. So this week I'm gonna thank you again, everyone. God bless you. I hope you enjoy the meal. And I hope that you have everything you need. I didn't write step by step down because if you play my video back, you're gonna get everything. I've already made my meatballs before in another video, so I mean you pretty much have it. So if it's not Italian, don't put it in here. Isn't that what they say? Thank you, Kim. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, all my ramblers and all my little friends that helped me along my way. Enjoy your night. Good night, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. There we go.
How much is it?
Now I can read it a little bit.
You're off?
No. You smell that all the way from New Jersey, Jody? Aw.
I shared it on my community page. For some reason, I can't see it.
My containers. I bought them at Bed Bath & Beyond. The ones that seal. These bowls I bought, gosh, I don't even remember where I bought them at. A long time ago. Smell-o-vision. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you too, Heather. God bless everyone. I hope you enjoyed the food and take your time doing it. Get your family to help you. It's really amazing. I should show Frank eating his. Hope Frankie's gonna eat it. How's that?
Sugar.
Need sugar, more sugar?
I don't think
Oh,
you
you
put
could-
sugar on it.
I put cinnamon on it. Just cinnamon.
Eat sugar.
Thank you, Katie. The Italian flags.
Right?
Thank you, everyone. Does anybody want to see a nice meatball? Put it right on here. Thank you, Frankie. How beautiful, right? Those were in the oven.
Still my fork.
Oh my goodness, bon appetit. All I need now is some wine. Red wine, a little Dixie cup. I don't know if anybody knows, but in my family, my grandmother would make Italian wine. We'd get a little teeny Dixie cup. It was like that big. And we had the wine in that. I think we were like, I don't know, 10, 11. They would put grape juice in it.
That's really good.
Is that good, Frankie? Yeah. Aw.
One? Before I eat them all?
Yeah, let me have one. Oh, yeah. So butter and cinnamon.
And sugar.
Frankie put a little sugar in it.
No booger.
Thank you so much, Amanda. God bless you, too. Well, I enjoyed it. Thank you so much, everybody. I got to go finish all this cooking. Otherwise, I'll be here till midnight. Yeah.
That's really good.
I do have a wine recipe, actually. I do. It's my grandmother's. Aw. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. I'm going to go now. God bless you all, and thank you again. I really enjoyed it. Feed your family with 3 potatoes and some flour. You can't beat it. Even if you just use your butter and cinnamon. Frankie took the plate from me. Even if you use just butter and cinnamon, you don't have to make a marinara. You could make the Alfredo that I showed you.
Really good.
What's really good is the gnocchis with broccolini, steamed broccolini, and your sauce. Oh my God! Or even Alfredo. It's unbelievable. Really hard to get broccolini. Nikki said hi, Frankie.
Hi.
Frankie and Frank.
Are you out? This is it? You got no more?
Look, geez, Frankie. No, I gotta make more. So Frank and Frankie said hi, everybody. Happy Father's Day, Frank, from Amanda.
Isn't that for a
Hi,
while?
Two Scooter.
When's
Hi, everybody.
Father's Day?
All right, everyone. We're gonna go. Thank you so much.
Did we really?
No, we're not 300 pounds. No, Sharon, we're not 300 pounds.
I am.
So, Frankie, you are not. Anyway, it's good food. Have fun doing it. Enjoy your family. Get your kids involved. You'll have a lot of fun. God bless you, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. I got something else planned for you. Good night, everyone. Much love to you, and God bless. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, everyone. Cheers. Cheers, Jean. Aw. I got it, babe doll.
That butter and cinnamon sugar, amazing.
My son said the butter and the cinnamon is amazing, guys. So,
With sugar.
and a little sugar. He put a little sugar in it.
Huh?
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, everybody, for helping me. God bless you, everybody in Germany.
Now that I shared it.
God bless. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Should stay on. I just invited them.